In this video, I'll show you how to make an Agamograph. On your template, make drawings in the two upper areas. You can make drawings that are similar or related. You can show something that has changed over time. You can show two different views of a similar landscape. You can include words. You can make it cartoony if you want. I decided to make a drawing of a tree during the daytime and the same tree during the nighttime. I like to start my drawings by going lightly with a regular pencil and then going over everything with colored pencils after I've decided on the layout. You could also use colored markers or Sharpies for your drawings if you like. If you add words, make sure to write them clearly and large. Otherwise, they won't show up well in your final drawing. Then, cut apart the three rectangle areas. Trim off all the border areas. Try to cut in the middle of the lines as much as possible. Try to cut carefully and straight as much as possible. Cut apart your two drawings and trim off the border areas. Then, when they're all trimmed, cut them apart on their dotted lines. Try to make these cuts as straight and as careful as you can. Cut apart your second drawing also along the dotted lines. Now you're done cutting. No more scissors needed, other than trimming off the border of the lower part. We are not going to cut apart the strips on the lower part. We're going to fold them. The first fold between the 1 section and the A section should be a valley fold. If you want to make it nice and straight, use a ruler. Try to make a nice, straight, sharp, clear crease right on the line that separates the area with the 1 and the area with the A. And this should be a valley fold. Next, on the next line, make a mountain fold. Then on the next line, make a valley fold. And keep alternating valley folds and mountain folds so you get a kind of accordion shape. Try to make your folds right along those lines. The straighter you make these folds and the closer they are to the printed lines, the better your Agamograph will turn out in the end. Every once in a while, check it to make sure you're still alternating and you haven't made a mistake by making 2 valleys in a row or 2 mountains in a row. You should always alternate mountains and valleys. Your last fold should be a valley fold. Now you're ready to glue down your drawing pieces. Find the strip that says 1, and it's going to get glued down into the area with the 1. And the letter strips will go into the letter areas. Put some glue down onto the area where you're going to glue down your drawing piece. So take the strip that says number 1 and put it in the space that has a number 1. Take the strip that says A and glue it down into the place that says A. And keep adding all the little strips into the spot with the matching number or letter. Try not to overlap them too much. If they do need to overlap a little in order to fit, try to make your overlaps at the tops of mountains, not at the bottoms of valleys. You might need to give it a little bit of time to dry. After everything is glued down and dried, go over your folds. Remember, your first and last folds are valley folds. If you have trouble with the valleys, it might be because your papers are a little bit too close together. It's okay if they overlap a little bit at the tops of the mountain folds. Now it's time to glue it down to our background paper. Add a little bit of glue to the outer areas at the very front and the very end, the first strip back and the last strip back, so that we can glue down the project onto our background paper. Try to make your folded areas kind of even. Press down on the places where you glued it. Now, when you look at it from one angle, you'll see one of your drawings, and when you look at it from the other angle, you'll see your other drawing. And that's how you make an Agamograph. Thank you, Yaakov Agam, for inventing this cool project.